but like I kind of want to be a little bit worried about. Like I might have made more roaches than this, but I'm just kind of showing you the general build.
Right, right, right.
Like he took both his gases too, like, and he's just taking that second one though, so I know it's not Banshee. Like you want to notice little things like that.
Keeping these roaches away from the edge so he doesn't see them.
Yep, trying to. Trying to. He'll scan though and find out what's going on. Still no expansion, interestingly enough, and a lot of Marines.
So you're able to really knock down those Marine numbers pretty significantly. Is that a a successful poke, or would you say that that was a little
Definitely
bit...
successful.
Okay.
Roaches, as you know, are like ridiculously cheap for us to use.
Yeah.
And in this case, I now know like have a good general idea of what he's going as a unit composition. Like obviously it's gonna be like maybe drop ship with that, but just a lot of early bio, to say the least, like just a ton of it. So now like I already have my third base up. I have speed or lings with speed. I have a pretty nice creep spread at this point. Like I don't even need the second gas that I have in my main. I can kind of just take them off that. So I really just want to do some sort of little pressure with these roaches and lings again. Because I mean I can, so
Right.
why not, right? Or at least I think I can. We'll have to see if I realistically can. But you know, you can do things like, you know, I'm taking Evo Chamber now. I don't really need to do damage with this. Um,
You forced
again, look
quite a few Marauders.
at that amount of Marauders,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be a timing push, you know?
And now you don't have to continue the pressure. You can just back off and prepare.
Yep. And, like, pretty much never do I have to make another roach. Like, we went roaches. They were fun. Now let's switch into something that's better for that composition. Let's get some more scouting information. And just keep these injects going fine.
And so what is our tech switch going to be, if I can call it that? Or have we decided yet?
Lingbane with Muta.
All right.
So it's just a lot of units there. A lot of, that sort of unit. A lot of bio, I guess is the right word. And look at that, just even more bio, so at this point I'm just, you're pretty certain what's going on. You just have like this huge creep spread.
Now, do you not feel that this many racks is going to facilitate absurd amounts of marine production, which in turn is
Oh,
going
yeah.
to make your mutas less effective?
Yeah, that's why I'm actually just going for Baneling Ling Roach, basically.
Okay. Just kind of Lucira style.
Yep, pretty much.
Oh, nice counter.
Yep.
That's going to be...
Now I mean he pretty much has to kill me
Yeah,
here.
that's
really,
game
just-
ending.
Control the Banelings as well.
Now you full drones here.
Might as well, I mean, it's over.
Okay. Better safe than sorry mentality.
Yeah. Pretty much.
And now
Yeah,
it's just put
whatever
the
the heck
nail
it
in the
wants.
coffin. Hammer across the map with units.
Yep.
Spire just finished.
It's clearly a lot of little lings that just do whatever the heck they want to. I think they even have +1, yeah. Spire is done, so I can go into that if I want to, and then throw down another gas.
And GG.
GG.
That was pretty straightforward and simple.
Wasn't that complicated, right?
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. So, the FXO boss is apparently it's his birthday.
Josh, hi Josh. Good day, mate.
Said he's had 20 mojitos today.
That's probably about right for Josh.
Mojito is a very tasty minty drink. I'm a fan.
Hmm.
All right, so
I
let's bounce over to Zelnaga Caverns.
okay.
See if I can coax a 2-racks out of spades. I'm not going to tell him to 2-racks, but I think this is a good map for it.
Okay.
So, one thing I wanted to ask you about in that last game was the importance of upgrades in this matchup.
Okay.
I've taken the stance for quite a while that upgrades are incredibly important in Zerg versus Terran, maybe more so than in any other matchup, because of how cost-effective Marines become when they have that huge upgrade advantage.
Yep.
How do you feel?
I definitely agree. +1, absolutely amazing for banelings and for lings. That's the hugest one of all. Like, I mean, eventually they get enough Marines that you can't really touch them. But by that time, you should have infestors so you can hit them, and mutas so that they do whatever harassment you need. So yeah, just early game, like with that +1, like my lings, like if remember when they were at the end part of it when they were killing SUVs and
Yeah.
they like killed the Marines behind it and everything.
Yeah.
Like that went so much easier because of that +1, and they don't have any armor, so like that's the biggest buff you can get basically on Zerglings is to get that +1. It's like almost a bigger buff than like the Hive tech of like your Zerglings hit 20% faster. No, I'd rather have +1 on my attack. My +1 melee upgrade should be a Hive tech if that's how you feel, Blizzard.
Right. Yeah. Upgrades are pretty damn good to have. Okay, so that game kind of short and sweet. He went for some pressure. You easily shut it down with good scouting and with pressure of your own. By pressuring him, you were able to kind of figure out everything well in advance. So he wasn't able to keep anything hidden from us. So let's see how it goes on Zelnaga.
Sounds good. And like in basic terms, the mineral saturation there would just have been, I had 3 bases mildly saturated. To his 2 bases fairly well saturated, and that beats it. That's what you want. You want 3 bases to 2 bases. You want 2 bases to 1 base. That sort of thing. But yeah, just figured I'd throw that in there. So that's actually, I just like, it's not even like I'm trying to care about my guy. Just like that's how I've been thinking all day today. Like is in terms of mineral saturation. So like automatically I'll go to it and be like, let me think. How did I do in mineral saturation last game? Okay, I did okay. I had 3 bases pretty early. That's what I wanted. And I've been thinking a lot lately about just how I can like sacrifice my 3rd base. And it's not that big of a deal. Like if you go Spanishiwa style with like late gas or only 1 gas,
Right.
you can give away that 3rd base for like a counter. That's okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at least in my head, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. A hatchery is. I'll trade a hatchery for an army all day long, right?
Yeah. I've digressed. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Didn't mean to.
It's okay, man. The ramblings of Sheth are what we're all here to listen to.
You're the hammer?
I do hear the hammer.
I feel like I'm gonna like just stab people. That's been going on since 9 a.m. this morning.
Where's
So I
the
went to
hammer coming from?
They're doing, like I guess my apartment is like rotting away underneath me,
Okay.
so they're fixing it,
Okay.
which is a good reason.
Well, having it fixed is far better.
Yep. It's a beautiful hammer sound, like in Mario Brothers or something.
All right.
I know why Mario kills those guys who are always throwing hammers around. I get that now.
So hatch first again.
Yep.
When would you go pool first in ZvT?
Never.
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 Why?
It's so ridiculously inferior to every single thing the Terran can do. The Terran's proxy barracksing me. I'm gonna deal with it better if I expand first. If the Terran's commensurating first, I will probably deal with it better if I do it this way. Like everything I'll generally do better with a hatch first build. I don't know why that is, but it's how it is for me for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I do know why it is. It's because, you pull drones, and that's acceptable. You're fine with drones. You see everything, and drones can micro pretty well against Marines if they're done well. So, yeah, it's my thoughts on the matter, at least.
I don't know, man. I feel like a really, really strong bunker rush is still kind of absurd.
Just gotta count the amount of SUVs. and not like over pull.
Now you have scouted his front, and you did see 2 barracks.
Yep.
And there you see a bunker.
Hmm.
And you said don't overpull. That's actually kind of in stark contrast to what I might say, because I always say it's far better to overcompensate to the bunker than it is to undercompensate. Because if you under respond, you just die, right?
Generally. I don't think I can hit that Marine. Well, it turns out I cannot. Which is a pain.
Yeah, that is pretty brutal.
But, yeah, it's life.
Really cute placement there from Spades.
Lame placement, but yes.
And this isn't the kind of hyper aggressive bunker play that you might see. Man, Marines are good.
That's what I hear.
That you might see if you're trying to get cheesed out of a tournament.
He's over aggressive here though. He's gonna lose those. Nothing he can do about that. Yeah, you don't want to overproduce slings either. It's like the other big thing. Like I probably have too many.
Yeah, I think 8 to 10 is the goal that everybody should shoot for when defending a bunker rush.
Yep, generally. But like I definitely came out of that on top. I feel.
Well, you do have your expansion. We don't know if he's expanded yet or not, but in all likelihood, he's probably building a command
center. Guys building it. Yeah. And you just don't want to lose these slings aimlessly. And again, just don't overproduce.
Now, I talked to Pain User last week, and he said that he hates 2 racks because a roach all-in after a failed 2 racks will kill Terran every time. How do you feel about that?
Disagree completely. I feel like that's the best counter to a roach all-in.
Really?
Like, yeah, I feel like I'll never roach all-in well here.
Okay.
Just because if he gets that Marauder build that he just did last time. And by the way, I did see the command center, so I know he's doing that. But like, yeah, if he does like that sort of Marauder thing, he's gonna deal with my all-in very easily. At least in my head, that's how I picture it. Maybe like I don't roach rush now because I fear it. Like I just have something in my head where I think, oh, it's not gonna work at all, so I don't even try it.
Okay.
And I mean, if Pain User said it though, I mean, it's probably a good build. I don't know. It's just not something I've really done much of.
Gotcha. His logic was he just went 2 racks. He probably doesn't have gas. He has no easy access to anything other than Marines, so why not build roaches?
Because of bunkers?
Yeah. No, I mean, I haven't...
That's my theory, at least.
I haven't experimented with it much. I will. Oh, that's a lot of Marines.
Yeah, like, say I roach rush that. I'm not going to be able to deal with that many Marines. In my head, at least, I see myself dying to that pretty easily.
Baneling Nest going down before layer. This is obviously in response to those Marines, right?
Yeah, I saw that there's just quite a lot of Marines there. I need to be worried. Okay, look, he has 2 Marauders even. He'll probably stim sometime soon ready. Not yet, though, so I don't think this is actually an attack. I think it's more of a feint, but that's okay. A lot of people don't really use, basically, their drones. Yeah, see, they're just pulling back.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really use their drones when people would engage or anything like that, and I'll pull my drones to deal with that sort of attack. In this situation, like, I might be able to even, like, maybe even do a lot more damage to what he just did, but not even gonna try. I'll show a lot of wings. Maybe try and see if he has stim yet, which doesn't look like he does. Which is fine with me. Then you can put, like, pressure on from here. Like, well, you just said, those weren't a good unit. Well, it's because I'm gonna do this weirdly, I guess. I figure as long as I have Baneling speed, I'm going to be pretty good with offensiveness here.
Okay. First Evo chambers down, Baneling speed on the way, +1 melee starting, a lot of drones. And I ask again, what's our mid game going to look like? Mutiling Bane?
Yep.
Yep, Mutiling Bane.
Yep, Mutiling Bane. Alright. Building things over there. Make sure you have some creep spread everywhere. Make sure your overlords aren't retardedly going places. You know, you can get overlord speed to avoid that as well, but I don't really need to at this point.